90% of brands that usually go out of business due to scaling, or if they stay in business, another problem is they give out so much of their profit or their business to pay for things. What I mean by that is a lot of times businesses get these POs, some startups or whatever, and because they don't have the money, they're giving a percentage of their company in regards for things, meaning like, hey, I have this big PO coming, I need $300,000, $400,000 to handle this. They may go to a friend and be like, all right, I'll give you 5% and you give me the 400,000, and you got 5% of the company for the 400,000. Or they go to some people and be like, I need XYZ, and they just constantly giving out pieces of their company for these, these invoices because they're scaling and they're not ready to be scaling. There's nothing wrong with scaling and jumping out there, but it's all in due time. Sometimes if you scale too early and you don't have the funds to pay for these POs, you can be forced to give a percentage of your company to people that you shouldn't even be giving it to. And sometimes if you give too much out, then they have a say-so on where you're going, what the direction is, and they can pretty much strong arm you in the future when you really need to give out 10 to 15% of your company to get 20 million, 18 million so you can really grow this. Because that person that gave you 400,000, they can have 18%, 15%, and now they have a deciding factor on certain things. So you got to be very wise when it comes to growing and scaling. I've seen a lot of businesses go out of business because they scaled too early and they gave up a percentage of their company too early to the wrong people, and now those people had different things on how they saw the business, which didn't align with how they felt about the business, and because of that, it was just landlocked all day, and they had nowhere else to go, and then in the end, the business ended up shutting down. So nothing wrong with scaling, but scale at the right time, scale when you're ready, scale after you've been in the game for a while, you got some income to be able to handle these orders, and then on top of that, I've seen companies take the money from these investors, give a percentage only for these orders to go out, and then there not be any more PL orders, no more re-up, no more nothing, and now someone got 15% of your company that gave you 400,000, and then now you have no more orders going out because it was only a phase or the orders didn't sell. So now you have to buy the product back, but you got no money for that, but someone has 15%. So you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's all about scaling at the right time so you have the funds to be able to, supply the order, but then also be prepared if you have to buy the order back or accept it back if the order doesn't go out.